Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. I talked about this yesterday, but let me just say it right in the beginning. I am now going to be putting my notes in the description, so if you scroll down, you can see them. It's going to be under all our information, but you can see the notes. They might not be up right away because I had to kind of condense them yesterday, so I'm getting like used to it. So I'm gonna publish the video and then put the notes in, so then like if they don't show up right away, they'll be on like within 10 minutes, but like I just need to, if I need to condense or anything, that way the video's up, and that way, you know. But anyway, let's get to today's General Hospital recap. Really exciting day. At Sonny's place, Lulu calls Olivia to tell her what happened to Sonny, and Lulu asks Olivia if she can stay with Rocco while Dante's at work, and she's staying at Sonny's just, you know, in case any phone calls come, and to, you know, hold the fort. Olivia then comes to Sonny's because she just can't stay home, you know, not doing anything. And Lulu talks to Olivia about the warehouse shooting and how the police think Julian was involved, and Olivia's like, OMG, I just saw Julian at the pier, and Olivia feels vindicated in keeping Leo away from Julian now, and Lulu rushes away to tell Dante that Olivia saw Julian at the pier, because Dante doesn't know that, and he could use that information. At the police station, Jordan takes TJ into her office to talk with him, apparently because he's fine, none of this matters, oh TJ. So TJ needs to get some perspective because he's totally blind to how dangerous Sonny really is and to like what happened. He's like, well, since I'm okay, obviously everything's fine, we have to worry about Sonny, and it's like, you're not getting the point. So Jordan tells him that he needs to put Sonny and the whole organization behind him, like right now. And, you know, I bet you Molly would agree with Jordan because Molly's already had her concerns about TJ getting so close with Sonny. And I bet he says he felt just as scared for her when he thought she was a drug dealer. And she's like, cool story, but like not really the same, you know. And then Jordan brings Molly and Shawn into this because me and Jordan are the same person secretly, and he says that Shawn would be proud of him, and she says that Shawn wouldn't want this for him, and Sonny only cares about TJ because he feels guilty that Shawn went to jail for him. So TJ's like legit idolizing Sonny, and it's actually kind of scary, like, because I mean he's like a year away from like pretty much working for Sonny at this point. So I think unless it's Sonny that cuts him out of his life, TJ isn't going anywhere. And she says she can't make him do anything, but she's begging him to leave Sonny. Also at the police station, Dante takes Julian to question him, and he yells at him. I like angry Dante. Well, I like angry Dante when he's not cheating on his wife. I apparently need to, you know, make that little disclaimer now, but yeah, I generally like angry Dante. So he tells Julian to drop the act, and Julian's like, honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what's going on. So Dante gives him the rundown and then questions him, and he brings up Julian targeting Sonny and that when he first came into town, and then putting the hit on Duke Lavery and how there's a pattern, and Julian's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then Dante tells him that Jake Doe killed Charlie and the two other guys, and Dante asks him if he's been near the pier in the last 2 to 3 hours, and Julian won't answer the question. At the QUARTERMAINES, Paul is looking over his divorce papers. Tracy and Paul talk about the divorce. Sabrina arrives, tells them there was no wedding and about the shooting, and you know, she's just there to get a change of clothes for Michael and everything. And then Tracy wants Sabrina to remind Michael that the QUARTERMAINES are here for him because I think Tracy can see the writing on the wall. At the hospital, Patrick tells them that Sonny's blood volume will go up once the treatment takes effect, but unfortunately the bullet is lodged right by his spine, and Carly and crew worry that Sonny may be paralyzed, and Morgan is just yeah. So Michael tries to be the voice of reason, and Patrick said, you know, it's too early to make conclusions, and you know, Michael's trying to bring that like into the rest of it. So Morgan starts to spiral, he's losing control, Jake talks him down, and Carly silently thanks him. And Carly asks Jake to tell her everything that happened, and Carly thanks Sam for staying with Sonny in the ambulance and all that. Even Michael gets in on this whole gratitude thing. Writing on the wall. So then they want to get Diane on the phone to represent Jake in case the police want to prosecute him for the 3 guys he killed. You know. by accident, not really. So Jake's gonna call the police to let them know where he is so he can give a statement. And by Jake, I mean Jason. Sorry. I like legit, like at least 5 times throughout the episode today, I was like, you're Jason! You're Jason! Like I can't contain it. I just need to yell at my television. So the police want Jake to come back to the scene to give his statement. And again, by Jake, I mean Jason. Morgan doesn't want Sam to leave because he believes that Patrick would tell Sam more about Sonny's condition than them. Yeah, he's like in bad mode right now. So one of the bodyguards come, Bill, and Michael talks to him very officially about upping security at the house just in case they, you know, target the family, and he falls right back into the mob stuff so easily and writing on the wall. I love Michael. He can do no wrong, so whatever he chooses to do, you know, I'll be behind him. So then Rick shows up because there wasn't already enough excitement. And Morgan goes after him because he blames, and literally goes after him, like goes to attack him, because he blames Rick for releasing Charlie, and then Carly jumps in on the blame Rick bandwagon, which was a fun bandwagon to be on today. So Rick brings Julian into the mix, and then Rick disrespects Carly, and Michael yells at him. So then Carly tells him he needs to leave, and Rick's like, well, you're not a relative because technically you didn't get married today. And then Michael yells at him, well, I'm his son and I want you out of here. And I'm like, well, he curses at him too. And I'm like, writing on the wall. So Rick says, oh, I thought you changed your last name. You know, you turned your back on Sonny, you know, you did everything you did to cut ties, but now all of a sudden you're Mr. like, oh, I'm his son, I'm his son. At the pier, Jake and Sam are at the pier after giving the police their statement, and Sam wants to talk, Sam talks about how Jason would be grateful for what Jake did, and then realizes where she is. You know, she's at the pier, and then she's talking about Jason. She talks about Jason's death. The scene was literally torture, because I'm like, that's Jason, you're talking to Jason, he's right there, he's not dead. But again, just so then she says she's happy, but she can't help but think how her life would have been different if Jason never went down to the pier. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be different anymore because he's right next to you. And now the end scene. It's just easier to do. If you don't know, I do like the last 5 minutes like as its own little thing because it's just easier that way. So at the end, Paul finds inspiration in something Tracy said and he signs his divorce papers. TJ's still sticking up for Sonny. Jordan says she admires his loyalty, but she's still worried about him, and like it's very sad, to be quite honest with you. Lulu tells him that Lulu tells Dante that Olivia saw Julian right at the pier around the time that Sonny was shot, and then Morgan kind of just shows up out of nowhere. Like, I was kind of looking down, taking notes, and I look up and Morgan's like, and I'm like, oh, hi, Morgan, didn't see you there. So Sam is going to go back to the hospital. Jake is going to go see if the cops found anything, and then Jake tells her to stay back next time he tells her to because he wouldn't want anything to happen to her. And I'm like, first of all, she's proven herself more than effective, if anything, you know, whatever, but, you know what I mean, feelings maybe, or just friendship, just can a person hope? So then Rick says Michael's not family because he's not blood, and neither is Carly since she's not Sonny's wife. And then Michael's like, hey, Phil the bodyguard, can you come over here and get Rick to leave? He sicks Rick on him, and Phil throws Rick out of the place. So yeah, and Carly and Michael have a bonding moment over Sonny. So yeah, I think yeah, so yeah. I'm sorry, I'm processing. I'm processing because by the end of this week, it's going to be a totally different show. I can, like, somewhat guarantee you. And, oh my god, just revealed Jason already. This has to be leading up to the Jason reveal. It just has to. Like, they can't go on much longer. It's been, what, a year? Almost, yeah, it's been a year. Like, come on. It's time. Chop, chop. Bad choice of words. Oh, and another thing. Morgan's really angry that Patrick won't do the surgery right this second, but anyway, yeah. I don't know. Morgan did not go to medical school, but for some reason he thinks he knows everything. But in any event, thank you for watching today's General Hospital recap. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And also, I have a YouCaring link in the description to save our animal sanctuary, and it would mean so much if you check that out. And I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. Bye!